17 years to do this.
Donald Alexoff is 47, and while he's made mistakes in his past, he says he wants to do right and get his rights restored.
When I first wanted to do this, that's what I was told. You got to hire an attorney, and it's like 5 to 10,000, who knows? And it's just like, I'm just a little guy. I can't come up with that kind of money.
That changed when he heard about the free legal clinic at the Primavera Training Center.
I got down here and I got it started, so now it's just a matter of the process.
A team of county public defenders guided people through the process, educating those convicted of federal or in-state crimes on how to restore their civil rights and the process that goes along with it.
We look up people's criminal records. We tell them if they are or are not eligible to get their rights restored. If they are eligible, we actually help them fill out the proper forms. We then take the forms to the court to file for them, or if their case is more complex, we'll actually represent them in court standing in front of the judge.
Pima County Public Defender Joel Feynman says getting people's rights restored is critical to our democracy.
A lot of people don't realize that in Arizona, the first time you were convicted of any felony offense, you automatically lose all of your civil rights. Your right to vote, your right to sit on a jury, your right to bear arms, and your right to run for office.
Feynman says restoring rights is a ripple effect, not only for those with felonies, but for their families, for a better tomorrow.
Contributing member of society, work hard.
And if you missed it tonight, don't you worry. The Public Defender's Office is now having this workshop every Wednesday. That's at 33 North Stone Avenue, the 21st floor, from 9 to noon and 1 to 4. That's every Wednesday. And it's open to the public and no appointment is necessary. Pat?
All right, Jenny, thank you very much.
The weather is nice outside, and some parts of southern Arizona did get some rain.
Oh, absolutely. One of those. Check this out. The Saddlebrook area. Mother Nature added a new water hazard to the golf course there. Harry Ford captured this photo for us. The storms we're tracking right now are in Greenlee and Graham counties. These storms are moving to the southwest about 15 miles per hour. So that means Safford, I would get set to get socked with this activity that you're seeing moving in from the east there. At this point, though, that storm is not being considered severe. No watches or warnings for it, but that could change very quickly. So please do use some caution. And a little bit of activity there in western Pima County, also tracking to the south into northern Mexico. Coming up, we're going to do some drying out and warming up. You'll see that in your 7-day.
Erin, thank you.
I have great confidence in my intelligence people, but I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial.
President Donald Trump drawing criticism today after a summit with President Vladimir Putin this morning in Finland.
Putin says Russia did not meddle in the U.S. elections, and now both presidential allies and opponents are saying President Trump didn't stand up for U.S. intelligence agencies during that Helsinki summit.
It has been a tumultuous day on Capitol Hill. Democrats and Republicans both condemning the Helsinki meeting.
Former Obama-era CIA Director John Brennan says the Helsinki meeting was, quote, nothing short of treasonous. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle showing signs of doubt and disapproval.
It was saddening and disappointing to see our intelligence agencies on parity with the words that were coming out of President Putin's mouth.
What the president did, side with our #1 enemy, is just appalling and demands some kind of explanation other than it's self-serving of the president.
Senator Rand Paul, meantime, who has spoken out against the president in the past, defended the president today, saying it would be a mistake not to have open lines of communication with Russia. Meantime, Arizona Senator John McCain said this today, quote, no prior president has ever abased himself more abjectly before a tyrant. Not only did President Trump fail to speak the truth about an adversary, but speaking for America to the world, our president failed to defend all that makes us who we are, a republic of free people dedicated to the cause of liberty at home and abroad. For veterans, transitioning from service life to civilian life can be a challenge. Ahead, how a boot camp aims to help make that transition easier for vets hoping to further their education.
Plus, a Tucson woman stung by bees over 100 times. An update on her condition and what led to the attack. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. Veterans are getting the chance to brush up on their schoolwork.
That's right. The Warrior School Project is giving 15 veterans an immersive free workshop at the University of Arizona to help transition them to college.
The habits that I'm learning and the participation and all the things that we're learning in the classroom here, those will affect my performance throughout my college experience.
Julian says after the Warrior School Project ends at the end of this month, he hopes to attend Stanford to become a mechanical engineer. This is the third year the program is being held at the U of A. The program has a 99% graduation rate.
Good luck to him. Hopefully he gets in.
Stanford.
Aaron, hit or miss monsoon rain today and even tonight?
Well, you know, if you didn't pick up rain at your house today, you still benefited from the rain by way of a big cool down. We're now at 78 degrees. We'll track the other current temps across southern Arizona coming up.
Just this morning, an elderly woman stung over 100 times by a swarm of bees.
9 on your side's Ivan Rodriguez reports from the neighborhood where the attack happened and shares how the woman is doing tonight.
This morning, a woman who lives near 22nd and Swan went outside to check on her dog when suddenly she was attacked by a swarm of bees.
I saw that some lady on my street had gotten stung by 100 bees.
Dwayne Pancho has lived in this neighborhood for 12 years. He says he found out what happened through social media while he was at work this morning.
It kind of reminded me of one time where I had the same situation in my backyard. I had a swarm of bees on the trunk of my tree. I didn't mess with them, and luckily they left, but this is a different situation here.
Tucson Fire says the bees were underneath the shed on the woman's property. When firefighters arrived to her home, it took them 45 minutes to control the swarm because they were so hidden. Tucson Fire says bees are more aggressive if they're nested closer to the ground, and they're likely to be more aggressive during the day. The woman was taken to the hospital, and TFD says she is in stable condition. If you encounter a swarm of bees, the United States Department of Agriculture suggests people run away quickly, pull their shirts over their heads to protect their faces, and don't stop until reaching shelter in a home or a car. Ivan Rodriguez, KGUN 9, on your side.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side. First warning weather. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Another check of our radar still showing all of our activity here across Greenlee and Graham counties. Safford, you know what I'm talking about. This is all moving into your area. An awful lot of that cloud to ground lightning being detected here and some embedded areas of heavy rainfall. It's really tough to see that standing water on the roads once it's dark out. So please use some caution. We don't have any watches or warnings that have been posted for this storm just yet, but that could change very quickly. We'll keep you updated and let you know if that happens. As far as our rainfall totals for Tucson, well, we tacked on another 1/10 of an inch at Tucson's airport. Sonoyta, though, picked up an inch of rain, just under an inch at Oracle. Catalina, my spotter there, reported 8/10 of an inch, just over half an inch for Saddlebrook. Green Valley, 2/10. So as we talked about earlier, kind of hit or miss rainfall again today. But even if you didn't pick up much rain at your house, much of the metro area got a few hundredths of an inch. You probably benefited from the cool down that rain-cooled air brought on. 99 the high in Tucson today, 94 Wilcox, 84 Sierra Vista, 91 Nogales. But check out the current temps. We are in the 60s here across most of Cochise County, 69 Wilcox, 67 Sierra Vista, 69 in Santa Cruz County for the Nogales area. Tucson, we're now down to 78. 97 our high tomorrow with that ongoing 30% chance that we'll tack onto that rainfall total. So still a pretty decent chance tomorrow, not necessarily during the morning. You won't likely need the windshield wipers as you're headed into work, but perhaps when you're headed out at lunchtime you will. That's when our chance for rain jumps to 30% at noon, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Our chance for showers and storms for Cochise County tomorrow, about 20 to 30%, 30% for Bisbee, as well as Tombstone, 20% for the Douglas area, 30% Sierra Vista. Sonoyta, Nogales, 40% chance for you. Green Valley and Marana, 30% chance there. Across the Ajo area, 20% chance. The same in 3 Points. Tucson, again, a 30% chance. We're keeping it at 30% all the way as far north as Oro Valley, as far south as Sahuarita and Corona de Tucson. 60% chance, though, for Summerhaven. Now, as we do some drying out, we are going to warm up. I let you know that right off the bat. 30% chance for showers and storms tomorrow will drop to a 20% chance come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even on into Saturday. And then we drop off even further, just a 10% chance come Sunday and this time next week. But notice what happens to those temps. After staying in the upper 90s here through Thursday, we will warm to that 101 Friday. So the triple digits do make quite the comeback. 102 for our Saturday, 104 on Sunday. Pat, Stella?
Erin, thank you. It's a seller's market. We've all heard that term, but what does it actually mean for you if you're buying, selling, or even renting a home?
For sellers, it means home will sell for top dollar and quickly. For renters, it means you may have a hard time finding a place to live, and if you do find a place, it may cost you more.
We've gotten so used to these screaming low interest rates of crazy 2-3%, and now they're creeping into the 4s and now into the 5s. So the buyers are getting a little anxious that they really wanted to get into the market again and invest.
To find out why real estate agents say this is happening and to hear from a woman who still hasn't found a home for 7 months, head to KGUN9.com.
Jason Barr here now with sports. Arizona basketball adding yet another transfer.
Yeah, coming from the Ivy League this time. We'll let you know when Stone Gettings will be suiting up at McPhail Center. Plus, a home run derby to remember who Bryce Harper was hitting these home runs off of. You're watching KGUN 9. Stay with us.
Now, KGUN 9 on your side sports with sports director Jason Barr.
And call him a stepping stone. Cornell forward Stone Gettings is transferring to Arizona.